Most of us are raised with expectations of how life is supposed to go, that parents outlive their children, that medicine can fix what's broken, that effort is rewarded with an outcome. And grief shatters those expectations. When reality becomes something that you never anticipated, so a diagnosis, a prognosis, or even a death, the gap between expectation and reality becomes unbearable. And that is the gap where your grief lives. This is why well intentioned phrases like everything happens for a reason or don't worry, you'll have another baby can land so painfully. They assume that expectations can just simply be rewritten on command, but grief doesn't work that way. So, this is where communicating bad news becomes one of the most important skills a physician or any human can have. When bad news is delivered without any context, clarity, or compassion or empathy, it doesn't convey just information. It creates an unrealistic expectation. It creates confusion and sometimes false hope if they can't get the words out and tell you what's really happening. So, when those expectations collapse later, the emotional damage is far greater. I've seen how news is communicated can change everything. Not the outcome, of course, but how families carry grief. So, clear communication allows people to recalibrate those expectations gradually. Compassionate communication allows them to feel supported while they change these expectations. Grief isn't just about loss, it's about the sudden realization that the future that you had imagined no longer exists. One of the biggest misconceptions is that grief and happiness cannot coexist. But happiness after loss doesn't come from lowering expectations to nothing. It comes from learning how to hold joy without denying your grief. When expectations shift from life should be fair to life can still hold meaning even if I'm in pain, something changes. Happiness may become quieter, slower, less performative, and that's okay. If you are grieving and happiness feels out of reach, that doesn't mean that you're failing. It means your expectations were human and your loss was real. And if you are someone who delivers difficult news, whether in medicine, leadership, or life, remember this. The way that we communicate shapes how people carry their grief long after your words are spoken. Sometimes the most compassionate thing that we can do is not fix reality, but to walk with someone as they learn how to live inside it.